Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're back to Purple Jank in EX6. So, with the new Baston engine, I kind of figured it makes any purple boss monster kind of fast now. So what is better to make fast than the old Gizmon loop with the old Anubismon? So, starting with our eggs, we're going to have 4 copies of BT15 DemiMeramon. On deletion, we're going to trash a level 5 or higher card in our hand to draw 2. So we're going to be looking to pitch our Gizmon XTs and some of our level 6s. In order to draw 2, because that's a really fantastic effect. Then we're going to go 4 copies of Ignitemon from BT11. The Inheritable will gain us a memory when we play Digimon by an effect, which is going to work really, really well with our Baston. And then when attacking, we can pop one of our other Digimon to delete an unsuspended Digimon with a level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. It's a great removal tool if we need it, and because of Anubismon, we're going to be able to give it Rush, so if we do play it out with the Anubismon effect, we can actually remove a level 6 threat if we need to. 4 copies of ProtoGizmon. It is required for the Gizmon loop. So when you would play this card, you can delete one of your level 2 Digimon in the breeding area to reduce the cost by 2. On play, you're going to draw 1, trash 1. You can't Digivolve on it, and then on deletion, you're going to return 2 cards with Gizmon in their names from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order to play a Gizmon AT from your trash without paying the cost. And all of our Gizmons are going to have these effects where you return 2 Gizmon cards to bottom deck in order to move up 1 stage in the evolution line. So 4 copies of ProtoGizmon. And then we're going to go 4 copies of the EX5 Labramon. We are looking for this memory gain inheritable when an effect plays a Digimon gain a memory to make sure that our Baston is always being played for cheap. And on play, being able to return a Dark Animal or Shaman is also not bad at all for us. Then we have 4 copies of Gizmon AT. If you were going to play this card, you can delete a level 3 Digimon to reduce the play cost by 4. So you can hard play it for 2 if you have a level 3 on board. On play, you're going to draw 2, then trash 2. Same thing, can't Digivolve, and then on deletion, bottom deck 2 Gizmons to move up to a Gizmon XT from trash. Then we're going to go 1 copy of Eyesmon Scatter Mode. On deletion, draw 3, trash 2. We kind of needed a card to fill out the champion count, and we do want lots of pieces in trash. So this is a perfectly acceptable piece to run in this slot. If you don't like it, you can also run Labramon in this slot because we are running Alice's. Labramon works really well with Alice because you don't need to tap Alice in order to use her effect. You can just Digivolve into the Labramon after using her effect, and you can get a free swing in that way. And this deck does like lots and lots of swings, so it's not a bad choice. But I'm looking for the pieces in my trash. And I recognize sometimes I might not exactly have what I need, so being able to swing this in, get a check, and then get my pieces is perfectly fine with me. Then we're going to go 4 copies of Dobermon X. On play, you can gain Retaliation. When Digivolving, though, we're going to draw 1, trash 1, and the Inheritable will gain us a memory when we play a Digimon by an effect. So again, we're trying to make the Baston cheap. When Digivolving, we're going to cycle some pieces, which is important as well. So it's just a great card for this deck overall. Then I have 2 copies of EX6 Witchmon. On play, when Digivolving, you're going to trash a card in your hand until the end of your opponent's turn. One of their Digimon gains end of attack, delete this Digimon. This is a great tool for stopping attacks. Your opponent can't swing if they're going to lose their body, as long as you target their big stack with it. And then the Inheritable is going to say when an opponent's Digimon attacks, you can delete one of your other Digimon to end the attack. This has just great synergy with the Gizmon engine. You can actually go up to 3 with this. Again, if you don't want the scatter mode, go ahead. But with Anubismon, you're going to be guaranteed to play out at least a level 3, and if you pass turn when going into Anubismon, you're guaranteed to be able to stop their attack. Pop your Gizmon to do that, and then you're going to play out a Gizmon AT or XT, and your Ignitemon can gain you a memory, and you can potentially steal turn that way. So there is potential for some shenanigans here with this Witchmon. Then we're going to move up to our level 5s. We have 2 copies of Gizmon XT. When you would play this card, delete one of your level 4 Digimon to reduce the play cost by 6. It has blocker. The on-play doesn't matter because we are not running Akihiro. And then on deletion, you play a ProtoGizmon from trash without paying the cost. We are only running 2 because, in my experience, running more than 2 in this deck is clunky. And I need space for other level 5s to make sure I can get up the line. So I'm only running 2 copies of the XT. Then I have 2 copies of BT16-075. On play, when Digivolving, return 1 Digimon card with the Dark Animal or Shaman from trash to hand. And the Inheritable says when an effect plays one of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So we can actually get an extra check with this when we go into our 1 copy of Cerberusmon Antibody. So on play, you can play a level 3 purple Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost, but when Digivolving, draw 1, trash 1, and if Cerberus is in the stack, you get to use your on-play effect. So if you go on top of Cerberusmon with this card, you're going to get to play out the level 3. And then the Inheritable says you can delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. This is at 1 because we have lots of ways to grab it back. We can grab it back with both our copies of Cerberus and with our Labramons. And the reason this card is important is because that Inheritable for when attacking actually lets you pop your Gizmons if they don't actually crash into your opponent's stack. Or into their security, rather. So this guarantees that our loop can keep looping. So I like it at 1. You could try and find the space to make it 2 if you want. but I find that this is sufficient. Then we have the 4 copies of our Bastamon. It has a Scapegoat when digivolving. You play a level 3 from your trash without paying the cost. And opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you play 1 level 4 or lower purple Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So the whole plan with the deck is to get to Anubismon quickly. Bastamon enables us to do that by playing out the level 3. And by playing out the level 3, we're going to net memory back on the Dober X, the Ignite, or the Labra, and ideally get into this for 1 without any trainings or boosts. And then you're going to pop that level 3 to either get into Anubismon for 0, or in order to set up the extra level 3 for your checks if you want to pass turn by going into Anubismon. So that's why this is at 4 rather than 4 and 4 on the Cerberus and Cerberus X. Then we are running 2 copies of Mervamon because we have the 1 copy of the other Anubismon in the deck. So this is a piece we don't mind trashing to the DemiMeramon, and then if we do get to play with the Anubismon, we're going to Digicross it with the Ignite in our trash in order to play out 2 level 4s, which would ideally be both of our Dober X's. It's also not really terrible if you play out the ProtoGizmons with it. If you can swing and then pop them with the Anubismon, if you have Cerberus X underneath, you can still do some fun shenanigans with that. So 2 copies of the card is fine. You see it often enough to at least hit 1 off the Anubismon if you see the Anubismon. Otherwise, it's really just discard fodder for our DemiMeramon egg. 4 copies of the BT4 Anubismon. When digivolving, you play a level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost, and then your turn when you play a Digimon from your trash, that Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So if you don't know, also this is not at once per turn, so that's why the Gizmon loop works. If you don't know how Gizmon loop works, you try and get a bunch of Gizmons in your trash, you digivolve into this and you play out the ProtoGizmon. It gets Rush. You swing with the ProtoGizmon, ideally it dies, and then you get to play out a Gizmon AT. The AT gets Rush from the Anubismon. You swing the AT, it dies, you get the XT. You swing the XT, it dies, you get the ProtoGizmon. And then, obviously, you can swing the Anubis for a 5th check. And then if you use the Bastamon and you didn't Alice it, you have the 6th check on that level 3. Or if you have enough Gizmons, you swing the ProtoGizmon, you just get another AT, and then you win game that way. So that is the idea of the loop. Get all your checks in one go. So we're going to have lots of tools to put things in our trash to make that happen, including the Gizmons themselves. They're going to let us pitch our pieces to get more Gizmons in trash. And the Gizmons are also going to do chip damage when we're going for the combo, because to set them up, they have to die. So ideally, you're going to be playing them, deleting them, swinging, getting your checks. So you don't actually have to get a full 6-swing check, 6-swing loop with this. Usually, you just need 3 or 4, and you're good. You can win the game that way. We have our 1 copy of EX5 Anubismon. When digivolving main, trash up to 3 cards in your hand, play a purple Digimon card from your trash with a play cost reduced by 3, plus 1 for each card you trash. So you reduce the cost by 6. Cerberus X is also a totally valid target off of this because you get to play level 3 off of it, just saying that. And then your turn, when an effect plays one of your Digimon, you delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. If you didn't delete, you're going to draw a card. So it's either going to net you a lot of cards or remove a lot of bodies off the board. So it's just a great card to have, and I feel like it feels really natural in this deck with the Mervamon as well. Then we are going 4 copies of Missed Memory Boost. Again, we want pieces in the trash. And just playing Gizmons, the Wisdom trainings don't really feel that great. They'll feel nice when you go up your line, but the Bastamon is supposed to be cheap anyways. That's just the way the deck is built. So I find the Missed Memory Boost just feels better. You're going to get your pieces in trash for the Gizmon loop itself, and you're still going to be able to delay and gain 2 memory. So I'm fine with 4 Missed Memory Boost, and then you can mess with the ratios if you want. You can get the Wisdom trainings. I would recommend at least having 2 Missed Memory Boosts. I feel like just getting the pieces in trash is really important. In your opening hand, I really like to see at least one of these, or one of our analog youths to reveal top 3, add a Digimon, trash the rest. And then we have our 3 Alices to make sure that we can get into our Anubismon for 0. So that is it for the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you can find the space, obviously you can fit a Ruin mode in here. Your Calling from the Darkness feels good in here. You can tweak the ratios. I know that our level 4s are thin. There's only 7 of them. But ideally, we should be searching for pieces, playing the Gizmons, collecting what we need to go into a stack, and then winning the game with our 1 stack. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.